Here's a second look at some CJ Mosley film from 2021. I did a 7-play impact video just illustrating how he was able to make plays against the run and the pass. Impact plays, I showed some coverage. I showed a 3rd and 3 stop against the Bengals, a great play against a Boyd coming across the middle. I showed a goal line tackle, a coverage, and then a tackle against Joe Mixon. I showed one tackle against Derrick Henry. Showed how CJ Mosley was able to make plays in short space, goal line situations, 3rd and short. Now we're going to get into all primarily run downs, run situations for CJ Mosley in 2021. Maybe 12 plays here, 13 plays. I'm going to have him highlighted at the beginning of each play. Here he is at Mike Backer. It's going to be a direct snap. You've got a running back in the backfield. It's a 3rd down against the Dolphins. CJ Mosley fits everything well. When you get the end zone angle from this, you're going to see how underrated it is from this angle. The all-22 just looks like, okay, there's a stop made here. All right, you didn't exactly know the down and distance. You see it now. The line to make was the 49, and the running back did not get there, just so you know. He did not get there. He stopped about a half yard short. Let's check out the end zone angle. Here's Mosley, number 57. Watch how he fits this and strikes it back against the grain when the running back cuts it back. Look at him strike it back inside. Number 73 is trying to get to him. It's a great play. If CJ Mosley doesn't go in there low with his right shoulder, same foot, same shoulder, more power, right foot, right shoulder, same time, then they don't get a stop on his play. 98 is there too. Look, he's a hell of a football player. He's a complete football player. He's still ready to contribute to a winning team. I know that he went with the Jets. You know, after initially starting his career with the Ravens, a lot of people criticize him. This is a goal line stop where he strikes it. I think he's the second guy in contact from the end zone angle. Again, you're going to get a good view of it. I'm giving you all run plays here just so you can see CJ Mosley playing downhill. I'll give you some pass plays as well. This is going to be Mixon, and then he's going to try to wind it back here, I believe, off the right guard's block. The center's block, actually, sorry. You see Mosley come in late, second guy, and finish him off. They had 2 goal line stands, I believe, against the Bengals. I'm not sure whether that was one of them or not, whether they stopped them completely. A 3rd and short. There's Mosley lined up at inside backer. They've walked a safety up in the box. They got everybody up here. Jets got everybody up here to match the Dolphins, personnel. Reverse pivot by the quarterback. Another stop on 3rd and 1. Now there's a second guy who gets in here and helps. It's number 21, the backside safety. So he's going to climb backside and he's going to finish it off what Mosley started. But from the end zone angle, you're going to get Mosley's fit, and it's a good one. As usual, he fits everything well. I mean, he tempos things well. He fits on the correct side. He's always playing it back to his partner, his tandem, the other inside backer. Now, this is not an inside backer. It's a safety walk up here. But anyway, watch how Mosley takes it on and allows that guy. So he's making sure to take it on with his inside shoulder so that the backside guy can get there. If he was to try to take it on with his right shoulder and be on the inside here, then the back could try to bounce it out, and all this help in here would be no help to him. He wouldn't have any help defenders. Extremely aware, I said that multiple times in the last video. High-level player, if you ask me, in terms of intelligence, in terms of adapting, mid-play against the Bengals. Again, you're going to get a downhill concept. This is a cool blocking scheme that the Bengals use. They're going to primarily work double teams here and here with the right guard and the center, and then another double team with the left guard and left tackle here on that D tackle. So I call this duo. And then you get a Jill ISO with this tight end working out to the D end, and then this tight end Uzoma working inside, and I think he's going to work up to the strong safety. So you got a Jill ISO blocking scheme inside of duo. Pretty cool. But it doesn't matter to Mosley. He's unblocked. He fits it well, gets involved. I mean, it's still like a 4-yard gain. He's always involved in run plays. I don't ever see him running out of there, taking himself out of the play, taking bad angles. Always playing downhill, not taking steps backwards. Look at this one. Downhill. Coming downhill now. Fighting off a lineman, number 72, I think, is the right guard. It's a lead stretch play, and you don't really get a great view of it from the all-22 to see where he fits it. So here is Mosley, and 72 is going to try the right tackle. Excuse me, going to try to work to him. Comes downhill, fights it off, fits inside. And you can see if he don't fit this up exactly where he fits it inside the fullback, because when a fullback inserts, he creates another gap. So right now between the tackle and the tight end, you got one gap. That's the C gap. But once this fullback inserts himself in here, he's creating two gaps where there was only one. So he's making the linebackers or second-level players make a decision about which gap to fill. Now, in this case, they got a strong safety there who can fit it outside. That's this guy right here. You can see him hard jointing it. Hard jointing it means he's taking it on low with his inside shoulder, trying to hard joint it back in to Mosley, who's on the inside of the fullback. It's just a great play, great run play all the way around, to be honest with you. Mosley's a big part of it. Uses his hands to evade blockers. We'll show it to you one more time. Uses his hands to get off the blockers. Always fitting on the correct leverage side. Man, I love watching great inside linebacker play. And to me, he had a great season from what I'm seeing here. This supposedly is a toss play. I may have this mislabeled. But you can see he's at Mike backer here. It is a toss play. Watch what he does. This is really sneaky. Right before the ball's snapped, he takes another step here, and then he starts going. He knows something. He knows something. There's some real film study that's going on with this dude because he knows something. He's not. Check his alignment. He's a step over to the right from the ball. A step over to the right. So what he's doing is he's setting up the offensive alignment. He knows something. I don't know what he knows, but he knows something. 44 knows something as well. Watch the fit. Man, that was a 1st and 10. Just a great play, man. I don't know. Hey, if you're a football fan, you don't get fired up watching this dude play. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you just want to see fade routes and sluggo routes all day long. But I have a blast watching inside linebackers play downhill. No false steps. No downhill steps. Watch his feet. It's just smooth. It's just smooth. No false steps. Nothing backwards. Working in there. Now you got a DB flying in too, which is awesome. You got DB flying in here late. This number 40 right here, striking it low, which is helping him out. It's just beautiful play, man, from him. And I know the Jets' defense wasn't great. And are there some plays that I didn't show you? I mean, yeah, there are. The part 3 that I'm going to show you later, he gets burned twice in pass coverage. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the bad with the good. Another tackle on a toss pin. I think you get a crackdown block and a pull by, I think it's this tackle here, pulls out. Watch Mosley. This is very similar to a play I showed you in the first video. It's the tackle that pulls out in the slot. So this guy, this slot, and the tackle both pull out to block. And Mosley, who's here, works his way around it. It's a 3rd down. It's a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Mosley going to work his way around, get some contact, strikes Alvin Kamara, doesn't let him get the 1st down. End zone angle, you're going to see. It's a great football play. To the boundary, a toss play. He's lined up on the line of scrimmage. He's lined up in the B gap. But the scheme works against the Saints here because if they weren't pulling this guy, he could just block down on CJ Mosley. He can't because he's pulling. 45 and him are pulling. So they're basically allowing him to bubble back behind everybody, behind all the trash, and then make the tackle. If he ain't there, it's a 1st down. That's a great play. Another great play. I hope you appreciate it. I hope you appreciate me trying to put together plays showing you. Am I saying the Ravens should sign him or who should sign him? I don't know. Somebody should. Somebody will. Somebody will. It's not going to be for the salary that he got with the Jets signing there from Baltimore. No. Kick weak play, so you're going to get full flow here by the back and the fullback. The fullback's kicking somebody out. He's supposed to be kicking somebody out. The Jets love this stunt to the weak side. Taking this weak side D in and slamming him in the B gap. So what they're doing is trying to use this guy to force it inside, and then what that allows to happen is you fill B, you filled force player there, and then Mosley can fit inside in between those two guys, which is what happens here. You can see unblocked, takes it on with the inside shoulder. Just like I talked about in the last video, he's leaving the correct amount of space in here for this back to go into. He's not stepping down so tightly off this tackle's down block, off his hip, that the back suddenly gets a chance to bounce it out. He's giving him just enough space to go this way and then crunching down on him and make the tackle. Great football player, man. He looks like someone who would be a great coach, if you ask me. Outside zone weak. I think this is Mosley right here. I don't have him spot shadowed automatically. Fits up under a lineman. Oh, they pin pull it. I didn't know they pin pull it. I didn't know Saints did that. All right, looks like they pin pull it with there's Mosley there. And you're going to get motion. I'll pause it. I'm guessing that they pin pull it here. They pin here and pull here. That's my guess. Yeah, they pin pull it. So the right guard pins down on the D tackle, and the center pulls it. Watch what Mosley does. I mean, he can't overflow this. He can't go this way and end up on this side of the center. Because if he does that, as this play develops, then the back's just going to cut it back here. So he has to stay on this backside hip of this pulling center. He's on the backside hip of him, and he's got to fit it there. And just now this is bad. Now this is bad. They're running sideways here. That's bad. Not supporting his teammate at all. Mosley's playing downhill. This is lateral, and you got to be lateral sometimes, but then you got to come downhill, or you got to go at this angle, whatever the angle calls for, depending on the backfield flow. That's too far. Mosley's the only guy that does anything here other than the front side D end. Classic inside linebacker play against the run, if you ask me. Trap play, I think this guard's going to pull, and I believe they're trying to kick out this D tackle. Henry's going to get the football. Mosley's involved in the play again. Watch how he fits. He gets two linemen, one lineman working up on another linebacker, this lineman working up on him. Watch how he fits between them. You're going to get the end zone angle too, so you'll see it. A little bit of a skip there in his steps. A little bit of a skip. Looks like his heels tap right there, which you don't want your feet super close together. But he's seeing this guard pull, so that's a pull for him. Go now, because you see the guard pull. Fit. Man, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And hopefully you guys think so. If you don't think so, that's cool. Let me know in the comments section. There's different elements of football. That's the great thing about the game, man. There's so much to appreciate when you see it played at the highest level. And in my opinion, CJ Mosley last year played the game at an extremely high level. Where do I rank him? I don't rank players in the NFL. That's juvenile, if you ask me, to rank them. Because different schemes, different threats. Obviously, Tennessee's a huge run threat, especially when you got Derrick Henry back here, and you're going to be fired up at inside backer to play downhill and play tough against the run. So here again, you got the two guys working up. One guy working up to 56, his tandem. One guy working up to Mosley, and he's going to fit between them. It's beautiful play, man. If he's not there, it's going to be a good game. I just love the way he plays. Would I advocate for him to be on my team? Yes, absolutely. For the right salary. These are all downhill plays. Outside zone weak, so I think Henry's going to be working here. And they might spike this D end in the B gap again, which is their patented thing to do to the weak side. They did not. I apologize. So they made it to where so this D end stays in the C gap and tries to compress the gap. And then Mosley has got the B gap. Mosley's got this gap here. This guard is going to combo up to this D tackle and then try to go get Mosley. And Mosley just plays at such a downhill angle, he doesn't allow anything to happen. See where his foot is, and he's taking it on with his inside shoulder and his inside hands, I should say. Look at his feet now. They're on this yard line. What is that, 30? Split second after the ball snap, he's gained 3 yards. 2.5 yards, 3 yards. He's won the battle. I used to say to kids all the time, if he's 5 yards off and you 5 yards off, if we take him on, if he takes you on, and you only advance 1 yard and he advances 4, that means we're a 1-4 football team. We're 1-4. In the course of 5 games. If he advances 1 yard and you advance 4 yards, that means we're a 4-1 football team. And there's some slight exaggeration there, but the point is, CJ Mosley understands he's got to come downhill. He's got to take on blockers to fit within a team defense concept. And then he just goes ahead and makes the damn tackle anyway, after taking on a badass right guard at number 64. Now, he doesn't wrap up Henry because he's dealing with a 330-pound man who's athletic as hell and strong, and Henry does trip over, this guy's foot too because the DN's condensing it. Look, that's a great play by Mosley and by the DN. Team defense concept. I had this labeled wrong. I have this labeled reverse pivot dive. That's labeled wrong right there. That's the next play. This is a 3rd and 2, though. I think it's 2 plays in a row. That's why I have it labeled wrong. Now I get it. 2 plays in a row. He's at Mike here to the strong side. And the weak side guy and him are both unblocked. You're going to see it from the end zone angle. They're both going to be unblocked on this. This guy's pulling, and then the back is delayed, and the back's getting the football, going to the opposite side. Mosley does a great job of staying in this gap because the back is here now. That's not where the ball's supposed to go, but he's in this gap. He's got to hold it on the backside hip of this running back in case he does stay in that gap. He does not. And then Mosley's there to help clean up with number 56. All right, 2 plays in a row. Back-to-back plays. I think this is 4th down now. Cool concept by the Dolphins. They got 1 back in the backfield. He's going to flow this way. Quarterback's going to reverse pivot, and then he's going to hand the ball off to this guy downhill. Mosley's the guy that makes the play here on this one as well. Unblocked. Drops the running back down once he's got a hold of him. The running back's trying to power through his armpit. Cool concept by the Dolphins, by bringing a second back into the backfield late. Mosley recognized something. He's calling it out. He's recognized something. Clean, efficient, smart. I don't know what else you would want in an inside backer in today's NFL. My third portion of this video is going to show him in some pass coverage. There will be 2 poor reps from him where he's beat. But I think you get a great football player if you get CJ Mosley. Wish I could be the dude's agent because I think he deserves to be on a winning football team. Of course, he was with the Ravens, and he chose to leave. So he had that choice once, and you hope he gets that choice again. I think somebody good's going to pick him up, and I think they're going to get a hell of a football player. This video went on a little longer than I thought. I'd get fired up talking about run fits and taking on blocks, stuff that I've dealt with before as a coach. This is a direct snap. Oh, this is the first play. Sorry. I didn't realize that we had already doubled back. Look, you guys let me know what you think about CJ Mosley. If you're tracking these videos, that's cool. If you're not, and hey, it's whatever. This is content that I enjoy doing. I enjoy putting out there. I'm trying to find at least 1 player, maybe 2 on every football team to highlight as guys that I think play football the right way, guys that I think use their fundamentals, and in this case, have kind of resurrected their career in a way. Not that Mosley was going to get cut or be a guy who wasn't going to get enough chance in the NFL after he was with the Jets, but resurrected the way people look at him. I know he had some injury problems. To me, he's the same player he was as when he left Baltimore. Same skills, and probably a little lighter, and maybe a little better pass defender than people have given him credit for. Let me know what you guys think of the video in the comment section. And maybe I used a little bit too much coach speak or just kind of fanboyed it up a lot. But inside linebacker's a hell of a position to play. Hell of a lot of fun to coach. Probably not as much fun to play when you got 330-pound linemen working up to you and you got to fight them off and tackle Derrick Henry. I think that shows a lot about his character and his commitment to the team defense and his commitment to his gap. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know some other players that you'd like to see me do some film studies of like this one. Appreciate you guys' time.